folks, and welcome back for another episode of Schwaard's Follies, and this is Gauntlet Monday. I wish there was alliteration to be had, but there isn't, so we're just going to roll with it. And I do apologize to any of you who were watching live at 5 and remembered this part of it where I said that I had this really cool Slay Halalu deck that I was playing, and we got some really good games out of it, or a really good 20-minute game out of it. And that was supposed to be today's video, but I realized that Mondays are typically the Gauntlet follow-up, so I swapped the two at the last minute. So that one will be Wednesdays, and this one here is the Gauntlet run. This one, it is still Halalu. It has no correlation with the Slay Halalu. Really, I just wanted to do Pilfer Kitties. So this is Sticky Paws, our Khajiit pilfering deck. So I don't have a ton of confidence. This, we might not be able to, depending. If it's a really short run, but we at least get one win, we can actually do another one. But if we get, we get a big skunk, we're not able to get a single win, which would not be surprised if that happens, because I don't know how strong Halalu Pilfer is, but you don't see it run a whole heck of a lot. So I am prepared for the worst. I am prepared for a very abysmal outing. But it was, I was thinking, like, what deck do I want to play? Like, what is fun for me in the moment? And well, as Brave Schwaaard, who, for those of you who don't know, haven't been following along with that, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I believe Saturdays as well, but definitely Tuesdays and Thursdays, she is playing, she plays TESL as well on her channel, Becoming Brave Schwaaard. And, I mean, I think the last one she played was because she liked the lines, the voice lines of the character. So this is definitely, I would venture to guess, this is... I'm sure I don't have any idea who took your coin. Greed, Ebonheart Slay. And so our best bet is going to be to close this out as quickly as possible. If I fall. And that we know is going to ping. Unfortunately, we really can't do anything about it. We know it's going to ping. There is no question about it. All we can do is offer multiple targets. No hard feelings, right? So if he's gonna if it's a lane change, obviously we lose one or the other. If it's a crossbow and I put something over here, we're kind of screwed. But if he does a lane change, we'll see. We'll see. We know it's coming. We know it's coming. The only reason why you play this turd muffin over here is because you want to keep him alive, so you can do all the ping stuff. So we may fall really quick to this particular branded deck, unfortunately, but not much can be done about it. And we seem to have stumped our opponent, who, well, I mean, like I said, we're going to see a ping. It's probably deciding which one is the worst one to leave alive, because one of these is going to survive his pinginess. There you go. Feign surprise. Unfortunately, we can't do swims. That works for me. I mean, obviously, getting a discount is nice, as is the case with this one. What can Khajiit do for you? We might, if we don't hit a prophecy, we might be able to get him down soon enough with, like, the Dawnbreaker, giving us some extra damage. But not if he has more of that. Well. I mean, which one is the attributes of creatures? So this is the one we're going to want to keep alive. We're going to do that. If it's going to kill anything, now granted, the way this game goes, oh, and we do have lethal now on that side. The way this game goes, he's going to be able to do both. He's not going to have to choose. He'll be able to ping one and slay into the other one. Or not. Okay. All right, guard. My heart's racing. My heart is racing. Nut bunnies. He's got to have something for this time. There you go. Unpredictable. Oh, wow.
If I can't steal it, it can't be stolen.
Got rid of a guard again. We've got the danger of the ping going on. You could argue, well, but I couldn't have waited. I should have waited or could have waited, but that's going to be way too far, and he's going to throw down a guard. Yep. Although, oh no, now it has a ward on it. Well, the good news is Oh, there's two good news. Boink.
They are no challenge for the Kashi.
So there we go. Squeaking out a win against a what I'm guessing would have been quickly rolling Ebonheart Slay. All right, so we did get one win, so we're at least going to get, as I said before, when it's a gauntlet like this. For those of you who don't know, most of you are seasoned veterans at this point, but if you're coming to the game for the first time, it cost me 6 tickets to get into this, but with every win, I gain 2 tickets back, so I am already back in the saddle. Ideally, I'm hoping for 3 wins with this deck. That's, I think, the best I could hope for. Now, here's a question. If this is Invade, 1, do we play it against it? 2, do we try to race or we try to control and then do something like Ultimate Heist at the end? I don't know. I'm going to play it just because, you know, as much as I personally, like if I'm playing, I've forfeited Gauntlet runs, like 2 losses to Invade. I have no beef avoiding Invade. But for a video, I feel like I should play the games that I get. Okay. Are you for cereal? Let's go, cereal. Give me some discounted cards, baby.
Took your coin purse.
That sounded kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Now, as long as she can survive and hit face, we're gonna ring out a Hive Defender instead of the Quicksilver Crossbow. If she's gonna get thwarted on her route, or we need it to trade, we will equip the crossbow. There we go. Now we know for sure this is Invade. Huzzah. Crusader's Assault or a body.
No,
I'm gonna go with the body.
Right.
And it looks like we're gonna race. I mean, I feel like if any deck is going to race Invade, it would be Pilfer. Even though we don't have a snowballing Pilfer card on the board just yet. I think the likelihood of us holding off the evil forces of Invade. We do have two the douches, but all right. Crusader's Assault does nothing. Piercing Javelin we're going to hold on to for when this gate, probably next turn when the gate gets a little bit bigger.
The Fighters Guild stands
All right.
ever ready.
Not much of a threat. We're going to wait for him to ramp it up a little bit more and then nuke it. Yep, there you go. Wow, it's already up to 4, huh? That's fantastic. Okay, so got one there. Can we? So we can't do both. I wanted to do Crusader's Assault. Well, I want him to burn this last one. Now, granted, that means his next card is going to snowball considerably, but we are going to need cards. And I want to get that scamp off the board. Literally the scamp off the board. Oh wait, we do have the Javelin. Alright, so, and we have the douche for next turn, if we need it. So there we go. We're not going to let it snowball too much. So not a bad turn of events there, but we are looking 3 cards to our opponent's many. And again, this is Invade. Going into turn 7, they could start creating mini Dagoths very easily. I mean, is Hive Defender really great at this point? Not there. Put it there. So our poor Spriggan eats a little bit of dragonness there. Okay, now that is a douche target. If ever I saw one, we do not want that to snowball. And we can play both, thankfully. So we Crusader's Assault over that little turd muffin there. Ooh, Thieves' Den. Ooh, wait. She pilfers for... We have 4. She gains 2. So we wouldn't get it. We could play Riften, but not the douche. So we want him to get rid of the value on this. I'm half expecting to see a Mundus Stone. Poop Stone. What am I saying? I actually called it... It's by its name. That's weird. That's never happened. All right, give me a card, buddy. Give me a card. I will take that. So I think what we're going to do is Thieves' Den, Torval Crook next turn, and that should get us in pretty good shape. But he's got 8 Magicka and a gate already on the board, so and it's just going to start going crazy at this point. So Ultimate Heist may have to be the key if we can get the next 2 rune breaks. That's not great. That's not great either, but we are going to be able to...
Gold solves most problems.
Sheepskin fool!
They're in my sight.
snowball a little bit ourselves. And we did not get that last rune break, unfortunately. But we do have archers. I mean, yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be close, folks. We could close this out next turn, or you could have a bunch of guards with charge and lethal and drain, and we're done. Because we can't activate Ultimate Heist. Actually, everything activates Ultimate Heist, doesn't it? But we don't have enough Magicka to play Ultimate Heist and Archer's Gambit. So we have to pilfer at least once. Okay, that's fine, I think. Like I said, we're going to have a charger come down here, I'm sure. Alright, he's not getting lucky on the rolls there. There, he's got it, very lucky. Alright, we got it.
Kill them all.
Whew! Alright. Alright. Our kitties are getting it done. Our feisty felines are making magic happen in spite of my reservations. So, we have... But, I mean, you gotta admit there, that was pretty darn close. Like, that's... Invade is still poo-poo. But, we have thwarted Invade. What did I do? Did I say edit deck? I don't want to edit the deck. The deck is gangbusters. Oh, yeah, I did. Like, what are you doing, TESL? Why are you messing with me? So, yeah. Yeah. So this is not a bad way to start off. I have had many Gauntlet runs start off with a lot of momentum and then just kind of sputter. But, I mean, those were 2 good games. I'm going to take my blessings where I get them. We had 2 good games. It's more than I expected. Not quite as much as I've hoped for yet. So we're still, at this rate, I would like to double our win rate. I would like to come away with 4 wins now that we've actually tasted some of the victory. We've seen how easily we can just dominate the entire ladder. No one can stand against us because we have 2 wins. I call that getting carried away. But it is hard. Like, if you win one, lose one, I feel like you have a little bit better... you can keep things in context better. You have a better expectations. Because you're like, okay, I have just as much chance to win as lose. But when you come away with 2 wins, granted, they were kind of squeaky. I feel like we got by with both of them by the skin of our teeth. It still kind of puts it in your head. Okay, this deck has potential.
To your house.
This deck could do some things.
Greetings.
And this is a scout. Probably Shout Scout if I had to guess. Alduin Shout Scout, but let us have high hopes. Let us disregard the invade that we just played against. Oh man. Galeen, you're going to get a fair trade off of my little guy here, unfortunately.
They'll pay one way.
So we're going to... Well... Do we... Yeah, let's go ahead and change lanes over here. I mean, our crossbow dilly is going to be able to do some cool stuff. I mean, maybe we should save that for Quinraw. Oh, so dragons. Interesting. And definitely not what we want to do... because I'm guessing he's going to be able to play a dragon next turn. Okay, that was a very awkward animation. I've never seen the dagger go off like that. Usually it is flipped around. That was very strange. Well, let us see if we cannot...
Gone! You don't think so by me. My eyes are open. My senses
Alright, so again, we're kind of at... I hate when there's the possibility of draining going on. Oh, that is pretty. Yeah, I think that is going to be the ticket. Oh, it probably should have been that guy. Because then he still would have got the stuff, but then he wouldn't die to this immediately. Oh, let's give it to the aspirin, huh? Because he's well, no, what he needs it because otherwise he can't make a trade with this guy. So we are giving our opponent a lot of cards, more cards than I would like. And he might not need to... Okay, that's bad news. That's really bad news. Although, please hit me in the face. Okay, never mind. All right, so here's the question. Oh, no, never mind. Here's the answer.
I will have my vengeance.
May not be definitive, depending on what shouts our opponent's running. And you could argue you're supposed to be kitties, you're going face. Stop not going face. But I think...
For the Emperor.
My vengeance.
Obviously, not Divine Fervor, Drain Vitality amped up is going to be a problem here. We're starting to get into that crappy Dragon Shout. What is that called again? Dragon Shout, Shout Dragon, Call Dragon. So we're in danger of that. We're also in danger of... Oh my gosh, that's a piercing javelin right there. And Dragon comes down, of course, so they can get some value out of that before I can nuke it, because that's how the game rolls. But happy to do that. Do we? I mean, it's crossbow's not a really good one. This is actually nice though. Again, Drain Vitality is gonna. Oh, it was a lane change, not a... I thought it was a... Whatchamacallit. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, we keep those alive. They're in 2 different lanes, so Drain Vitality does not eliminate both of them. We're getting to the point where next turn we can Quinroll and quick Silver Crossbow. Again, the longer we wait, the worse off we are. We're going to save the Shadow Shift just in case... Oh, you know what? I should have... Dag nabbit. I should have used it on there to trade and get another one of her going, but... Having a 9/9 Quinroll isn't too bad at the moment. Like I said, we've got our Shadow Shift if we need it, and we do, or our Earthbone Spinner. Alright, so we are going to Earthbone and Shadow Shift. Ooh.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Oh, I so wish we could do both. Unfortunately, don't have the magicka for it. We are elusive, and I'm afraid of a Shadow Shift on our opponent's part, so I'm going to do this. You could argue, I mean, obviously Ashlander Punisher is a much better use of magicka, but I didn't want a lane change or anything. Okay, crying out loud. Yeah. Well, that's the game's... I'm not saying the game is over, but that's how the game goes. I'm not... Yeah. It's amazing how many times that card shows up.
Protect the Ashkan.
What can Khajiit do for you?
We are able to continue keeping the pressure going on, though, with a bit of a Shadow Lane. And as long as I don't have some shackles, we might be able to pull this off with Smash and Grab. Okay, can't attack on that one, does drain, and of course there's Drain Vitality, right? Exactly what you need, my friend. Good for you. Good for you. Is it going to be enough, though? That's not what we need. We are going to play Smash and Grab. I mean, if we don't do it this turn, we're dead. And we're not going to be able to do it this turn, are we? Wait, does she get it when he does? I don't know. But I think, yeah, because I think they've got enough magicka to finish us off. There's really no way around it. Yep.
You'll be moving along now, yes.
Unfortunately,
Speak,
8, 14, 15, 19, 27. Barring a magical prophecy, we're dead on this turn. And that's just salt in the wound right there. But we are going to let it play out because, you know, prophecies are a thing. Okay, he's not going that route, so he has something in one of those 5 cards. He's got something to shackle or eliminate. There you go. Drain for more, and I wonder if Dodgy is one of those I'm never going to hit you in the face kind of opponents. We'll give him one more turn. Well, we'll give it one more turn, but symptomatically, when you don't go face, he had more than enough to go face. Symptomatically, it's typically the I just call it chicken poo, where it's like I don't want to go in. I'm not saying he is, but it looks to be that way. So if he doesn't finish it on this turn, typically what I do, I just walk away from the game, and I'm not roping them. I'm like, hey, you can finish the game whenever you want to, pal. But since you all are watching as well, I don't want to just sit here and just wait for him to, because at that point it's like, who blinks first? It's like, okay, do I just watch you play with yourself for the next 6 hours? Because you seem to like doing that. But who knows? Maybe he's going to hit me on face on this turn and prove me wrong. That would be nice. No, he does not. So we're just going to go ahead and say,
I can smell you.
and we're going to say, sorry, not good game. Sorry. I do feel bad for you that you feel like you have to wait for me to do that, that you don't have enough gumption to actually attack. But that's my personal preference. That's why I said we have a lot of control players in TESL that are our friends and everything that'll play, Telvanni and stuff like that. But almost all of them will strike when the iron's hot. There's legitimately a mentality. I'm going to wait for you to concede. That is an actual mentality people have, and I think it's a horrible mentality. It's not as bad as roping, because I still have the opportunity to concede and get out of it. But it just shows to me that's a really limp way of winning. Is I'm just going to wait for you to get so bored by me just playing all my cards that I'm just going to bore you to death, essentially.
Luck to your house.
And that's like what game do you ever win? Like that. It's like So at that point, it's better just to, like I said, honestly, I have no qualm saying that if you skip lethal two turns in a row, and I'm not talking about like if you're on, we are going to have to race this guy. I think this is going to be an animal deck, which means it's going to compile stuff very quickly. We do have Brynjolf, which can help balance things out a little bit. If he throws down a giant bat, we do have our Penitus, which is really going to help out. Okay, that's not what we wanted to see. And unfortunately, because of Penitus's ability, we don't want to waste him on nothing. So we'd rather have, if we're going to only get 2 damage out of it, we're just going to do the 2/2 instead of the 2/3. But like I said, if you skip it, and like I said, there are times where people don't do lethal because you could have like a lightning bolt, prophecy and win the game. But if the win is out of reach, barring something very bizarre, and you don't take it on 2 turns, I'll just be like, okay, I go bye-bye now. All right, that's going to help us out. Hit that first. No prophecy. All right, so that should slow him down a little bit. Everything, you have to trade 2 of the 3 to get through, unless he has that. In which case, of course, he's going to be able to just swarm through. The question is now, okay, he has 8. Yeah, he's got lethal. So, and we got no way to stop it. We can't drain for anything. Yeah, I think we just lost this one. Oh, no, wait. Well, nope, she can't do anything by herself. Yeah, we don't have really anything we can do. We'll just have to hit. And go with Brynjolf. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna get away with a prophecy on this one. So 2 back-to-back losses. Neither one feeling particularly good, but at least this one's pretty painless. It looks like Thor Bertha has done very well with animals. So let that be a lesson to you. Domesticated kitties do not do well against.
By the egg of fine.
Do not do well against just like, I mean, look at that. That's a freaking cat. That is a predator, and we got our little domesticated Khajiit. They're all nice and cuddly, and would you like to pet this one? Scratch this one behind the ears. Change this one's kitty litter box. We're just not going to stand up to that. So have to bear that in mind. Next time I see an animal deck, trade like the wind, until you can get your draining Khajiits down there. But that was a little humbling, just at how easily like all he had to do was play 1 3-power card and 2 4-power cards, and he was able to just win the game like that. It's like, wow. Okie dokie. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a slant on it at all. It's just, it is humbling. It's like, wow, that's all it takes. You just, if you don't contest, well, granted, if he did not have the Viper, that's a much different game. But that's the nature of RNG. One, I mean, you can't get away from the fact that, okay, well, that's fun. You can't get away from the fact that, you know, you make your bed. So I chose to race, and was banking on being able to slow him down or drain my way into a better exchange. And like I said, yeah, sometimes you have
Kill them all.
good luck with that, and sometimes you don't. And to be fair, that's the way it goes on the other side of things too. I figured you'd have another one, but we have smash and grab, so yay. Or that's even better.
I fight with the fervor of the wild hunt.
Like on that play, if we don't have Earthbone, this is a very different game. Those 2 games that we won, I mean, it goes that way as well. It's harder to think like that. You kind of have to force yourself to go there. But when you lose a game by like, it seems like a very narrow margin. I think it's a big deal to remember that you know, the games that you win could very well have been by 1 card, and that is unfortunate. But you know. We'll do a little bit of this, and unfortunately, Earthbone still dies to the Galen who survived, but whatever. We can play our Quinroll next turn. Obviously, Hannibal's has the one of the better removal packages. There you go. Hopefully, he will be able to rue that decision and not just hit us with a javelin. But if you spent an edict on that, I'm guessing he has a javelin for a body. Because you don't want to burn it too easy. Okay, well, no, he's just going to sacrifice this dragon for that. Okay. Cool. Cool. Well, we had a good time initially, didn't we?
If I can't steal it,
We had 2 good games. Now it seems like we're bogging down. We're hitting all the speed bumps, but there you go. Target was that off the top removal? Okay, he's got a dragon to play. Flame Spear! And that's actually fine. Hannibal's probably not thrilled about that development because it does allow me to do a little bit of this.
Like
A little bit of this.
What can Khajiit do for you?
Oh, prophecy? Before I could hit face? That's a bad idea. That was a bad call on my part. I should have actually hit with her first. But I wanted to get that done.
Is someone out there?
Okay. That is alright. So we'll save smash and grab.
Let's line up some
The best sales I've ever seen.
This one will hunt you down.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't a bad sales. She is dead. Sails Through Storms is dead on board, but okay, more of the removal stuffs. A lot more of the removal stuff. Wow. Everything getting removed. I mean, our opponent is running short on cards now. I'm not wasting a javelin on that, I'm afraid. Ooh. Why couldn't you have come a turn earlier, Crusader's Assault? Why?
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
I feel like I'm going to need any one of those 3 cards in the next turn. Because we know he's probably got a drain creature somewhere in his hand. Whether it was because of the Devour function, giving one of his dragons drain, or whether it's just a dragon that's naturally going to have drain, and we're going to want to be able to nuke that out of orbit. This is just an extra little bit of damage for our pilfers. Okay, and he's going to be able to ring out a reanimate. Is that what we're going to see here? I mean, to be fair, at least he's running dragons, so if we do see an Alduin, at least it's a dragon deck. I mean, Alduin is meant to have good synergy with a dragon deck, so I can't complain about that too much. Well, I can, and that's kind of my MO sometimes, but okay. I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that. And he's going to bring it back. And we're going to nuke it. The problem is I'm not going to be able to draw a card, so hopefully I've got something else that I can play in addition to Piercing Javelin, because Crusader's Assault doesn't really do it for me. Oh gosh, he's got another one. Alright, so that does work. Perfect! Perfect! Yes! Yes, my friend.
I must apologize.
It's alright, don't worry about it. You know what, though? Do I want Dune Ripper, or do I want Crusader's Assault? Do I want the card draw, or do I want the body? I want the body. Because Crusader's Assault will let us... Oh, I should have done the guard, but okay, never mind.
One way or another.
Alright, so we've got, what is this, 2, 4? We do have... Okay, that's probably why he said he's sorry, because he just... So we unfortunately nuked... We nuked the one we didn't need to nuke, and so we have... And he's going to be able to... Oh my gosh, yep, this is... So, you were correct to apologize, sir. You were very correct to apologize. Oh! Edict. Just edict! 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 And smash and grab only gives us an extra 2 damage there.
One way or another.
Prophecy is not great. Let's see. I mean, he can spit out another dragon, so we'll see what he chooses. Obviously, he's got the pick of the litter. And he's got to call a dragon, and that's probably the charger one. No? Okay. Probably one of the more disappointing dragons he could have summoned for him. Yeah, I was gonna say he's got to have he's gonna have to bring a guard down, unfortunately for us. So, smash and grab, Crusader's Assault, and we want to get the breakthrough, so we're gonna sacrifice him. And she's gonna finish it for us. Okay. All right. Another squeaker by. That's a top deck. We can't ignore that. Again, it's one of those things, and that's why I'm so adamant I'm so reluctant to play with decks that I have lost to and feel really bad about, because once you've been on the bad side of it, it's hard not to think of the other side. So having lost to top decks and very, very fortunate card draws from our opponents, it's really hard to ignore or to keep it out of my brain that my wins could very well be chalked up to that as well. And then it just seems like, well, is it really up to the whims of RNG purely? And as I've said before, I think the key is you have to be just good enough to, you have to have enough skill to push you over the RNG threshold. Oh, and we got a comment from one of our friends here.
The error was mine.
Vincenzo.
Nicely done.
A fine swim.
The error was mine.
Okay,
I want to be
Nicely done.
like now.
Alright, I'm not sure why our opponent is chatting us up so much. I do not have my earbuds in, so I can't hear any of the stuff, so it doesn't bother me as much. If it happens a ton, I do moot, but... Alright, so Archer's Gambit would feel a little bad here. Okay, well, it's irrelevant.
Many thanks.
So we do
I will
this.
have my vengeance. I want to be an assassin, like now.
And you could say it's petty or weird, but again, this is Telvanni. Chances are we're going to get Blackhand Messengered right now, but... I'm just trying to do the face thing.
I slay the unworthy.
Yikes. Well, we can do Bewildering Speed, which feels bad with only one creature in each lane, but I do want to get the lethal. Well, does it matter if it has lethal? I mean, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. the question is, do I save it? Yeah. We are playing suboptimal, 100%.
Vengeance.
But
I only need one. I will have my vengeance.
like I said, we're just messing around. I do not expect to beat Telvanni, and we don't really have a whole lot here. We got a Nasi next turn, but he doesn't have enough of a board for us to really do anything with. So I am expecting to see, like I said, Black Hand's got to come up at some point. And it's, of course, this would be the target. But anywho, it's always good for the sake of humility and for the sake of perspective to always remember. Oh, but what I was saying is, yes, so for somebody like me, I think I'm in the 40 percentile. Like my skill levels, I would say to 40%, like a 4 out of 10, which is under the 50% threshold that you need to be over in order to circumvent RNG. You have to be, oh, okay, so that is a Nasi target that actually works despite what or it's a Penitus.
I will have
Probably
my
more of a
vengeance.
Penitus at this point.
I will have my vengeance.
But I mean, does it really matter?
Miss
I mean,
their shot.
screw it. We have to play a card, so I might as well just yoink that. And in theory, yes, I should have put him over there so he could kill this guy, but oh well. Ice Storm leaves us with a little bit of a board. Oh, but he can't play Ice Storm. He can do that, however.
Watch yourself now.
Okay, that actually isn't a bad Anasi. It's not great, but it does get the job done.
Anasi finds it useful to use her enemies.
So we can do that.
They missed
That.
their. I will have my vengeance.
And we're not going to ring out our Bandari opportunities. We're going to hold on to the ring charge for hopefully something more important in the future, but it would just die to him next turn anyway, so why bother?
I hate this ground.
Okay, he's going to take out the Aspirant, no doubt. He does. And we are going to do a little tradesy trades here. I do want to hit him in the face. You could say I shouldn't do that because ward. To keep the ward on her just in case they do have a snack or something like that. So we are going to
They missed their shot.
sacrifice that. That.
Will defeat you.
Brynjolf will go over here, and we'll put our little Pilfer Kitty over here to scratch behind their ears and see where we can go. So this is it. I mean, we lose this one, we are done with the run. We do have enough to go for another run, but gauntlets are always brutal. I mean, well, this gauntlet isn't bad at all. This is when you see a grand melee or grand melee gauntlet, which is what this one is. It's one of the higher cost ones. It's pretty much ladder. So everybody's playing their best stuff.
I stand ready.
All right. Smash and grab really doesn't get us through here.
I can smell your fear.
Taste Anasi blade.
Pilfer Kitty. And another Pilfer Kitty.
That will keep this one out.
And they have enough to take out our boy Brynjolf. And they'll draw a card. I mean, this is where it gets down to it. This is the crucial turn with Telvanni. They probably are sitting with an Aelid Guardian. So if we can't break through, and we only have one Pilfer card. We actually have two Pilfer cards. Okay, so Smash and Grab could actually be a difference maker here. We only have one. Oh, what is this? We didn't have a Viper. What? The guard. Yeah. And he's got something else for us. Okay. I wish Anasi was a Pilfer. So
Anasi will defeat
do
you.
that.
So much for a clean escape.
One off.
To be followed.
We do have chargers in here. Not a ton of them, but we do have some of them. We have lethal in both lanes. Oh, but they've got 12 Magicka now. Yeah, so we are Aelid Guardian danger. But we do also have, if our opponent chooses to do what the other opponent did to us and just be like, I'm not going to attack you ever. Oh, yeah, there you go. We do have Daring Heist. Now, we don't have enough Magicka for it just yet, But like I said, if they decide they're gonna, they're gonna linger on, we can pull that off. And then again, we do have several chargers in the deck. Not a ton, but enough. Have we seen any drain? No? Okay, so he wants to... I don't know why that would be, because obviously I'm not going to build a big enough... Oh, there we go. Top deck. Again. Oh, well, there we got another one.
This was a worthy contest.
Once again, so you can't sidestep that. We won off of a top deck. Our opponent didn't draw Blackhand Messenger, and I said it before. I think for Telvanni in particular, Blackhand Messenger is MVP. If you don't draw him early and have that ability to bring him back with your Necros and everything, I think you have a much harder time. Oh no, Brother Ridge! Brother Ridge, are you gonna be my final game? Hang on, I gotta let him know. Well, let's see. Vincenzo busy. Oh, class leader. Nice. Congratulations, Vincenzo. They made me class leader, so I deal with 23 other problems. Great. I remember you saying how awesome it was to be around college kids. Congrats, though. All right, let me get with Brother Ridge.
Luck to your house.
We're gonna go ahead and put this one down.
May you walk on warm sands.
Just so you know, I am recording, and I have a fragile ego. Cough, cough. This is fun. Okay.
Let's line up some customers.
I'm so, and of course I'm hoping he knows I'm jesting. Like there, I do not in any way, shape, or form expect or want him to throw the game. So if it happens, it is all because yikes.
Stand with me.
That's dangerous. That is dangerous.
They are no challenge. They'll beg one way or another.
All right. Well, I mean, this is a nice inclusion here. The Nimble Ally, to see this in play in a scout. So this is already off the beaten path of a typical shout scout. Oh dear. Well, so our kitty is not going to be long for this world, although, ooh, crapola. We are one magic off of making that a non-issue. So we do this so that we can pilfer to 4. He does have 2 curses, but barring a prophecy, he is still alive at this particular juncture. And we do have smash and grab with Halalu Sharpshooter. Oh dear. Okay, now the curse sucks. Alright. Alright, well, we are gonna have to... actually, I can't... Okay, perfect.
There isn't a lock.
We don't want that to snowball. So we want him to give us cards. Give us cards, Brother Ridge, give us cards. It sucks because I actually kind of want him to win this. Because he's my friend. I want my friend to win. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna try to win. It just means man, we are
They missed their
dead drawn right now. But if you can poke us a little in the face, come on, man. What are you, chicken? Come on, Brother Edge. Hit me. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. See, I shouldn't say that because he could have like a cliff racer and I'm taking like 10 points of damage next turn.
The forest is mine.
All right, so yeah, we are just... We'll finish the game out, but I don't think we have a chance at this point unless we get something. There's just too much on there. Okay, okay, good. 4 cards we can't play, 1 card we can. That's good. And yeah, no, he's making the right move. He's pivoting. He's got a good enough board to do that. I'm going to take 3 damage off the board and a curse. He's going to come at us with 10, 11. So we're pretty much dead next turn. I can Archer's Gambit, pick that off, trade into that. But we are in dire straits. I think he's got this. A little bit of a dead draw on our part, but oh, okay. But a prophecy, not too shabby. That may have just swung the game. We don't know yet. But yeah, we got a handful of not so great cards. But like I said, he made the right play. He knew when to turn it. And it's Gobos. And I mean, that's great. They have that flexibility. So we had him on the run for a brief moment, and then he's able to come back and reestablish some dominance there.
By RK's beard, this day will be mine.
So I really don't know what the I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess. Oh, crapola. It really doesn't matter. I thought I was going to be able to ping for something. Well, I'll do that, I guess.
The day is
Get
mine.
rid of that. And that.
You've meddled in our business for the last time.
Oh, and a prophecy. Well, we got one. He got one. All's fair in the prophecy game. I mean, we are stalling at this point, hoping. If he had 0 cards, I might have some hope, but he's got enough that I just don't think we're going to be able to pull this one. So our good friend Brother Ridge is going to give us our 3rd and final loss of the day, and as much I like to try to get my games to. We're just going to lay it down. I'm not going to waste his time. Good job, Brother Ridge. Well done. Well fought. I like to go an hour. That's kind of where I want to be, but I'm letting it slip. One, because we're pretty close we finished our run, rounded off, and I'm kind of at a final dash to the finish line as we are preparing now we're a few days away from GG. Gave me my 3rd loss, but what a way to go out. Hey, at least it wasn't... Oh, what is that called? Hall's Dwemer. Cool. Oh, let me see what else. Vincenzo, our good buddy Vincenzo is... let's see. Hang on a second here, Brother Ridge. What else we got? Put goblins out because every matchup was workshop and invade. Fight trash with more trash is my motto. Catchy. Yeah, we had 1 invade, 1 Ebon Greed Slay, and a bunch of other random stuffs. So we didn't have workshop, but we did come against invade, which a little surprised just because that's typically not what happens. Let's see. Solid deck, though. I gave it to a dude last season who was rank 3 with a weekend left, and he hit legend with it. Holy cow. That is impressive. Gobos are very flexible with builds like this. Defense when needed. Quick pivot to aggro. And Vincenzo, freaking goblins. He's a friend. Says he's fighting trash with trash. Lots of invade and workshop, apparently. When are you... Sorry, folks. I'm not trying to pad the runtime, so we're not playing any more games. So if you want to see more games, we're done with that. I'm just kind of rounding this particular aspect out of it. I'll copy the list. Chieftain and Curse. Yeah, no, that hurt. That actually does hurt. I don't think Gobos is a deck that I hate playing against. Oh, I am limited on my deck, so I need to get rid of. All right, some of these where they're fractured now, I'm just going to get rid of. Not because I don't like them, but because it's so far that it's so far since I've done anything with them that I forgot what to. I forget what I would need to do to fix them. So I'm just getting rid of anything that. See, lots of good memories here. I have upgraded my blood and honor, so I'll just change that. So we'll go new deck. This will be Brother Ridge Gobos. Come on now. Yeah, it makes me wish the ladder was all friends, just because, like I said, you can't get mad at a friend's win. You see him do well, you're like, hey, my friend did well. Good. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I saw Denise go against Workshop. They shortened it, the school. Oh, wait. Okay, so two different things. I thought I was following up on it. So Denise went against Workshop. Shortened school by 2 weeks. So I'll be done in early August. Month of leave after. Awesome. I might not. I'll probably look at that off stream just because I don't necessarily want to out it there. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Like I said, we've got Slavani coming up on Wednesday for you. Hopefully you'll get some fun out of that. It's another shorter video, 45 minutes or so, but it just kind of, we end on a 20-minute game. So it was like, I felt like I really couldn't top that. I would just be tacking on a game just to pad the runtime. So again, the idea is to go an hour, and then Friday's video, because it is in lieu of live, nothing can really make up for the chat, but in theory, it's about 2 hours long, and it's going to be making up for my absence there. And then I'm going to shoot next Monday's video, which will not be a Gauntlet deck, because I feel like I've got one Gauntlet run in me. Unless I'm really trying to get a specific card back or something, I typically don't run Gauntlet. I mean, it's great for resources. As you saw, we got even with only 3 wins, got a bunch of gold, a bunch of packs, but it's just, I don't know. And I can play any deck I want. I got to think of another deck to play. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for putting up with all my post-game banter and chatter. And I will see you next time. And until that time, you like how I shoehorn this in, right? Keep playing.